here we go. Here we go. And we are live. All right. What's up, Claus? I see you're in here. All right. We let's say that we finna talk about old Moses. I kind of look like I'm somewhat dressed for the part. Let my people go. Let these live streams go. So, oh boy, yeah, it's good to be back. And to say feeling a lot better and everything. I guess when I had dozed off that last Sunday, I guess that kind of was a sign that something was about to happen. And sure enough, it did, man. Yeah, I didn't had no idea. I wake up Monday feeling the way I did, and I didn't know what was going on. So, well, they called the doctor up. Like I say, went there and found out it was a sinus infection there, so I had to stay home from work there, and that's why that was another reason why I also canceled the streams there last week because, like I say, with that infection, yeah, like I say, it was really it would if I had tried to do the streams last week while I had that, yeah, I would have been would have had to been keep hopping up, and to say the cough and blow my nose and stuff like that. And yeah, so but we're back now. We are back. Um, like I say, it's gonna. I know my usual streams are I still try to keep them Tuesday through Thursday, but it's a little different for this week because of the way my work schedule is. They got me closing Wednesday and Thursday from 12 to 8. So that'll be kind of a little difficult to do. But so that's why today I'm doing the Bible reading live stream, starting off with that. And then of course, Monday EJ will probably do his thing, his usual stream night, which he'll let us know that. Tuesday night, I do plan to stream. Gonna finally read Heroes of Dream Tuesday night, and I plan to come here Wednesday morning. Because like I said, I got to close Wednesday, so I'm gonna try since I go in at 12 Wednesday, at noontime. I'm gonna try to I would say probably around 8. I will post when I'm about to go on Wednesday morning. But yeah, it'll be anywhere between 7 to 8 a.m. Anywhere within that hour, I'll be starting on Wednesday morning. Yeah, like I say, it's not the usual, but yeah, I have to kind of try to work around Kroger and the way they doing things there. Yeah, so yeah, that's so tonight Bible reading, Tuesday night Heroes of Dream, then Wednesday morning continue it more Heroes of Dream. Uh, probably yeah, Wednesday morning. Thursday, more than it's going to be a premiere of one of my videos. Gonna premiere that Thursday night, probably around about 8:30. That way, give me time to get off work and get to the house there, and be able to watch the premiere with you guys there, pre-recorded. So yeah, that's and yeah, that probably will be it. Like I say, I'm Friday I'll probably be resting, resting with wifey. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, cause yeah, kind of. So I take a little breather. Both of us on Friday, but I might possibly come back Saturday night. I may. I'm not completely sure yet. But like I say, like I put it this way, depending on how things go, if I'm able to, also if because sometimes EJ, sometime he might have a stream on Saturday, he may not. But if he doesn't and I'm able to, I will be here for Saturday night. So yeah, so that's a heads up on that. There, just wanted to give you a heads up before we go into what we're into the Bible reading here. to let my people go. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what it's gonna be. All right. So let's see. Start with the 12th chapter here. The Passover. So first, got to have the Passover before they leave Egypt. There, and this Passover is really important throughout the biblical history, from the Old Testament and even on into the New Testament. At the beginning of the New Testament, when Jesus comes on the scene, even Passover plays into what he's about to go through and everything. So, all right, the 12th chapter. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, "This month shall be for you at the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you. Tell all the congregation of Israel that on the 10th day of this month, every man shall, the 10th day of this month, every man shall take a lamb according to their father's house, a lamb for the household. And if the household is too small for a lamb, he and his nearest neighbor shall take according to the number of persons, according to what each can eat. You shall make a count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male, a year old. You may take it from the sheep or from the goats, and you shall keep it until the 14th day of this month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill their lambs at twilight. Okay. Then they shall take some of the blood and put it on the doorposts and the lintel of the houses in which they eat it. They shall eat the flesh at night, roasted on the fire, with unleavened bread and bitter herb they shall eat. Do not eat any of it raw or boiled in water, but roast it, its head with its legs and its inner parts, and you shall not come of it remain until the morning. Anything that remains in the morning you shall burn. In this manner you shall eat it with your belt unfastened, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. You shall eat it in haste. Hey, because they finna get ready to get out of here. In haste. And it is the Lord's Passover, for I will pass through the land of Egypt that night, and I will strike all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. On all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment, and I am the Lord. The blood shall be a sign for you on your houses where you are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you. As you say, Passover, or pass over you, and no plague will befall you to destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt. This day shall be for you a memorial day. I forgot to mention happy Memorial Day tomorrow. Hope everybody have a happy Memorial Day. It's ironic that we're reading this the day before Memorial Day. So this is a memory that is still remembered today and has been remembered for years from the Old and New Testament. So yeah, and of course this is one of many important things to remember. So this shall be for you a Memorial Day, and you shall keep it as a feast to the Lord throughout your generations, as a statute forever. You shall keep it as a feast. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. On the first day, say 7 days, eat unleavened bread. On the first day you shall remove leaven out of your houses. For anyone who eats what is leavened from the first day to the seventh day, that person shall be cut off from Israel. On the first day you shall hold a holy assembly. On the seventh day a holy assembly. No work shall be done on these days, but everyone needs to eat. That alone may be prepared for you. You shall observe the feast of unleavened bread on this day. I brought you your host out of Egypt, out of the land of Egypt. Therefore, you shall observe this day throughout your generations as a statute forever. In the first month, from the 14th day of the month, at evening, you shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at evening. For 7 days, no leaven is to be found in your houses. Anyone who eats what is leavened, that person will be cut off. They come from the congregation of Israel, whether he is a sojourner or a native of the land. You shall eat nothing leavened in your dwelling places. You shall eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called all the elders of Israel and said to them, go and select lambs for yourself according to your clans and kill the Passover lamb. Take a bunch of hyssop, okay, and dip it in the blood that is the basin, and touch the lintel and the two doorposts with the blood that is in the basin. None of you shall go out the door of the house until the morning, for the Lord will pass through to strike the Egyptians. And when he sees the blood on the lintel, on the doorpost, the Lord shall pass over the door and will not allow the destroyer to enter your houses to strike you. You shall observe this right as a statute for you and for your sons forever. And when you come to the land that the Lord will give you, as he has promised, you shall keep this service. And when your children say to you, by what do you mean by this service? You shall say, that is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, for he passed over the houses of the people of Israel in Egypt when he struck the Egyptians, but spared our houses. And the people bowed their heads and worshiped. Then the people of Israel went and did as so, and the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron. So they did. And we also, and again, remember I mentioned about how this carried over to the New Testament and had a significance there, because when Jesus had Passover with his disciples in the New Testament, he he also at the same time symbolized, say, take, this is my body, eat of it, and then he took the, let's say, he took the wine, this is my blood, shed it for all, say that will be shed for you. And it was leading up to his crucifixion there, when he died for our sins there. So the 10th plague, the death of the firstborn. Oh boy. At midnight, the Lord struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sat at his throne to the firstborn of the captive who was in the dungeon, and the firstborn of all the livestock. And the Pharaoh rose up in the night, and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where someone was dead. And he summoned Moses and Aaron by night. Up, go out from among my people, both you and your people. Go serve the Lord as you have. Take your flocks and herds, and be gone, and bless me also. Now, maybe think it once again the Ten Commandments. Then when and I'm just so I don't lose my place in here. The Ten Commandments movie, when this happened, when the Pharaoh's son died, so my son's dead. Like, you Go, take your people from you. Take your flocks and your herds and whatever spoils of each of you. Just go. Yeah. So, and then later there was in the Ten Commandments movie that he was trying to resurrect his son by praying to a god called Sokar. It's at this statue of the god that he put his son in the arms of the statue. Hear me, Sokar. Raise him. I will build the city to you 10 times the Vita. And the statue just hear me, Sokar. Say it. Okay. Yeah, even his wife Nefertiri was like, so how much longer are you going to be doing this? So, and then Prince of Egypt had a really nice song for as they were leaving out, when you believe in miracles, when you believe. And when a lot of us know that song. There are many different versions of it. I think the original was from Whitney Houston. They, when you believe, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will when you believe. You will when you believe. Pretty much like that there. And of course, it was Moses. I think his sister started off the song and then joined in by his wife, there, Sephora. They was singing it there. Now the Exodus, roll critics, because that's the title of the book. Ding! And a moment there. The Egyptians were urgent with the people to send them out of the land in haste, for they say we shall all be dead. Oh, they kind of also remind me of another scene from Ten Commandments. They're going to brace yourselves. There's going to be a lot of Exodus flashbacks I got here. In the Ten Commandments, they say when they say they were rushing them with haste, we shall be dead. That reminded me of the Hebrew overseer Dathan, because Joshua had put blood on his door to spare him and Water Lily. So he didn't know about it, but the soldiers were beating on his house. Hey, you can't hear here. This governor's out. Dathan comes up. Why do Egyptian soldiers come to my door? I put no blood on my door, and stone bleeds. Your stone could have did this to me. Wait. So for that, you're just going to walk all the way to... Wait, where are we going? You know where we're going? And the soldier answered him, to hell I hope. Yeah, it was after all that happened last night. Yeah, it was like so the people took their dough before it was leavened, their knitting bowls being bound up in their cloaks on their shoulders. The people of Israel had also done as Moses told them, for they had asked the Egyptians for silver and gold jewelry for clothing, and the Lord had given the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they let them have what they asked as they plundered the Egyptians. And they did show that. They showed that in the Ten Commandments too. Okay. And the people of Israel's journey from Ramesses to Sukkot, about 600,000 men, they on foot, besides women and children. So that's a lot of people. So we just got 600,000 men plus they say besides women and children. So yeah, add in the women and children. Yeah, a lot of people to leave there. A mixed multitude also went up with them, and with much livestock and flocks and herds, and they baked unleavened cakes and the dough that they had brought out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not wait, nor had they prepared any provisions for themselves. The time that the people lived in Egypt was 430 years. At the end of 430 years, on that very day, all the hosts of the Lord went out from Egypt, from the land of Egypt. It was a night of watching by the Lord to bring them. I thought I heard something there. To bring them out of the land of Egypt. So this same night of watching kept the Lord by all the people of Israel throughout their generations. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "This is the statute of the Passover, but no foreigner shall eat of it, but every slave that is bought for money may eat of it after you have circumcised them. No foreigner or hired worker may eat of it. It shall be eaten in one house. You shall not take the flesh outside of the house. You shall not break of any bones of its bones. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. If a stranger sojourns with you and would keep the Passover of the Lord, let all his males be circumcised. Then he may come near and keep it. And he shall be as a native of the land, but no uncircumcised person shall eat of it. There shall be one law for the native and for the stranger who sojourns among you." All the people of Israel did just as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron. And that very day, the Lord brought the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their hosts. And like you said, they've been there for 430 years. Wow. That's a long time. Mm-hmm. And now we're in the 13th chapter. The Lord said to Moses, "Consecrate to me all the firstborn, whatever is the first to open the womb among the people of Israel, both man and beast is mine." Then Moses said to the people, "Remember this day which you came out of Egypt, out of the house of slavery, for by a strong hand of the Lord brought you out of this place. No leavened bread shall be eaten. Today is the month of Abib, the Abib. You are going out to when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jubilees, which he swore to your fathers to give you, a land flowing with milk and honey. You shall keep this service in the month. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, and on the seventh day there shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten for 7 days. No leavened bread shall be seen with you, and no leaven shall be seen in all your territory. You shall tell your son on that day, it is because of what the Lord did for me when I came out of Egypt, and it shall be a sign as a sign on your head, excuse me again, and as a memorial between your eyes. The law of the Lord may be in your mouth. For with a strong hand the Lord has brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore keep his statute at its appointed time from year to year, when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, as he swore and to you and your fathers, and shall give it to you. You shall not set apart to the Lord all that first opens the womb of all the firstborn of your animals that are male shall be the Lord's. Every firstborn of your donkey you shall of a donkey you shall redeem with a lamb, and if you will not redeem it, you shall break its neck. Every firstborn of the man among your sons you shall redeem. When it comes time that your son asks you, what does this mean? You shall say to him, by a strong hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt from the house of slavery. For when Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go, the Lord killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of the man, the firstborn of the animals. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all the males that first opened the womb. All the firstborn of my sons I redeem. It shall be as a mark on your hand, on frontness between your eyes. By a strong hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt. When the Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them by the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest the people change their mind when they see war and return to Egypt. But the Lord led the people around by the way of the wilderness toward the Red Sea, and the people of Israel went up out of the land of Egypt, equipped for battle. But Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for Joseph had made the sons of Israel solemnly swear, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones with you from here. And they moved from Succoth and encamped in Etham on the edge of the wilderness. The Lord went before them by day with a pillar of cloud and led them along the way, and by night a pillar of fire to give them light, that they may travel by day and night. The pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night, and did not depart from the people. That's one way of lighting the way there, I'll tell you that. Well, two ways. And now the 14th chapter, crossing the sea. Oh boy, it's a big moment here. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell the people to turn back and encamp in front of Pihahiroth, between Migdal and the sea of the front of Baalzebon. You shall encamp facing it by the sea, for the Pharaoh will say to the people of Israel, they are wandering the land, and the wilderness has shut them in, I will harden Pharaoh's heart that he will pursue them, and I will get glory over Pharaoh and all his hosts, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord. And they did so. And when the king of Egypt was told that the people had fled, the mind of Pharaoh and his servants were changed toward the people, and they say, what have we done that we let the people go from serving us? Or like adventure stories in the Bible, we never should have let them go. Now we have no slaves to work to build my temples and work long hours in the field. We must get them back to service. You follow them? Yes, O Pharaoh. They've stopped the camp by the sea. Then they are trapped. Get the armies. The Israelites will be our slaves or death. So, when the king of Egypt was told, that. So he made ready his chariot and took his army with him, and took 600 chosen chariots and all the other chariots of Egypt, with officers all over all of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued the people of Israel while the people of Israel were going out. Definitely, the Egyptians pursued them, and all Pharaoh's horses and chariots and his horsemen and the army overtook them. They encamped by the sea of Piha. That word again, I just said that. Pihahira, I think that's how it's pronounced, in front of Baal-zephon, when Pharaoh drew near, that when Pharaoh drew near, the people of Israel lifted their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians were marching after them, and they feared greatly. And the people of Israel cried out to the Lord. They said to Moses, "Is it because there are no graves in Egypt why you've taken us away to die in the wilderness? They, what have you done to us, bringing us out of Egypt? Is it not we said to you in Egypt, leave us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it would have been better to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness." That's what happened when fear start taking. I'll be right back. Don't go no. Anybody coming in, don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. I get something real quick. But yeah, and then also in Ten Commandments, they got ready when they saw the Egyptians coming. Old bad boy Dathan, his and the same with his bad self. Yeah, he's a deliverer. He's delivered you to death. Yeah, and he was, and they say he's trying to rally the people up against Moses and everything. It's almost making, when you see it, you make you want to say, Dathan, get somewhere and sit down. Oh boy, Nathan know he was wrong for that. Yeah, just a second. I'm coming. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, I'll just keep it out there. Yeah. That way it'd be easy to get. All right. That's why I got this towel here, because, yeah, man, I get away from these fans. I sort of sweat there. Like I say, we're still getting the air conditioners there. Don't worry. Like I said, according to when I ordered them, it said they're supposed to be here on the 29th. So, like I said, hopefully they come before then. They're a little early. Sometimes I've had stuff come in earlier than its due date. But yeah, like I said, it should be no later than the 29th. Then we can, set them up and get some cool air in here. Like now, like I say, the fans are doing good, but like I said, there's only so much the fans can do. So we need to circulate the whole house there. Feel like a preacher with my, let's say, with the shiny head sweating. Like they be up preaching. All right. Oh yeah. And Moses said to the people, "Fear not, stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will work for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and you will all say, and you have only to be silent." And the Lord said to Moses, "Why do you cry out to me? Tell the people of Israel to go forward. Lift up your staff, and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it, that the people of Israel may go through the sea, to dry ground, and I will harden the heart of the Egyptians, so they will go after them, and I will get glory over Pharaoh and all his hosts and his chariots and his horsemen. The Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten the glory over Pharaoh, his chariots, and his horsemen." Yeah, it's about to part that sea. When the angel of the Lord who was going before the host of Israel moved, when he went behind them, the pillar of cloud moved from before them and stood behind them, coming between the host of the Egyptians and the host of Israel. And there was a cloud and the darkness, and it lit up the night without one coming near the other all night. So it kept, so as they was getting the sea party, it kept the Egyptians from getting any closer for a while. Then Moses stretched out his hand, and say, over the sea, and the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind all night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided, and the people of Israel went into the midst of the sea on dry ground, the water being a wall to them on their right and on their left. You just imagine this whole sea parting, and nothing, and you're able to walk on the dry land. You look to your left and right. There's a wall of sea, and they're not. And I ain't talking about like like you walking in an aquarium and they have it set up with a tank of water around. But I'm talking about just the straight water itself on each side of you. Like, whoa. Matter of fact, Prince of Egypt even went so far as to show details of that with the artwork and stuff. They show like how you see the dolphins and the fish in the water and all that. But yeah, now see that's even better than what we got at the aquarium now. Yeah, I mean this was this. I mean there wasn't no glass in front of this water. Yeah, yeah. And then I remember anybody in the have to mention this because there was a reference to Exodus in it. Anybody who's watched Digimon in an episode of season 2, the one of their enemies, Black War Greymon, was looking for the Destiny Stone and was like he shot his attack Terra Destroyer right at the water, and next thing you know, the water parted like the way it's doing here. And in the English dub, it's like, who does he think he is, Moses? Maybe this is the digital world equivalent of the Red Sea. And the Japanese version, they just say the sea parted there. The sea parted. But I like that English dub better. I like the fact that they acknowledged about Moses there. Who does he think he is, Moses? Yeah. So, I mean, old Davis been going to Sunday school there. All right. So he drove. Water left the Egyptians pursued and went after them into the midst of the sea. All Pharaoh's horses and chariots and his horsemen. In the morning, watched the Lord in the pillar of fire. The cloud looked down on the Egyptian forces and threw the Egyptian forces into a panic, clogging their chariot wheels. So they drove heavily, and the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from before Israel, and for the Lord fights for them against the Egyptians." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, that the waters may come back upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen." So Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its normal course when the morning appeared. As the Egyptians fled into it, the Lord threw the Egyptians into the midst of the sea. The waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen of all the host of Pharaoh that had followed them into the sea. Not one of them remained. But the people of Israel walked on dry ground through the sea, and the waters bring a wall to them on their right hand and on their left hand. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day from the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead on the seashore. Israel saw a great power that the Lord used against the Egyptians. So the people feared the Lord, and they believed in the Lord and his servant Moses. That was at the end of the episode, Moses, of greatest adventure story from the Bible. And the people, they believed in the Lord and in his servant Moses. Now I got the song of Moses here in the chapter 15. Then Moses and the people of Israel sang this song to the Lord, saying, "I will sing to the Lord, for he triumphed." I'm not sure what the beat was when they sang. Let's see. I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. Oh, the horse and his rider he threw into the sea. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. This is my God, I will praise him. My Father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh chariots and his host can cast into the sea. Ooh, and his chosen officers were sunk into the Red Sea. The floods covered them, they went down into the depths just like a stone. Your right hand, O Lord, glorious in power. Your right hand, O Lord, shatters the enemies. In the greatness of your majesty, you overthrow all your adversaries. You send out your fury, and it consumes them like stubble. At the blast of your nostrils, the waters piled up and the flood stood up in a heap. The deeps congeal in the heart of the sea, that the enemy said, I'll pursue and overtake. I'll divide the spoil. My desire shall have when it's filled up of them. I will draw my sword and hand shall destroy them now. You blew with the wind and the sea covered them. And they say, like lead in the mighty waters, who's like you, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like you majestically in holiness, awesome and glorious deeds? So something kind of like that. I'm just gonna read the rest of it there, cause gotta tone my voice a little bit there. I don't want to wake up with a hoarse voice. So during wonders, you stretch. Maybe do it like this. Say, who is like you, oh Lord, among the gods? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in glorious deeds, doing wonders? You stretched out your right hand, and the earth swallowed them. You have led them in your steadfast love, the people whom you loved, who have you redeemed. You have guided them by your strength to your holy abode. The people have heard, they tremble, pang have seized them, the inhabitants of the Philistines. Now are the chief of Edom dismayed, trembling seizes of the leaders of Moab. All the inhabitants of Canaan have melted away. Terror and dread fall on them because the greatness of your arm, and they are still as stone to your people, O Lord, passed it by. Till the people pass by who you have burdened, you're going to bring them in and plant them on your Mountain, the place, O Lord, which you have made for your abode. In the sanctuary, O Lord, which your hands have established. And the Lord will reign forever and ever and ever and ever. Oh, yeah. Sing it, Israel. Oh, Lord has delivered us. You know he has. That's what he's done for us, Israel. Oh, I got it. That was kind of fun now. It's almost. I have just given y'all the gospel version of whose line is that. Just reading this. For when the horses of Pharaoh with his chariots and his horsemen went into the sea, say, the Lord brought back the waters of the sea upon them, but the people walked on dry land in the midst of the sea. Then Miriam, the prophetess, sister of Aaron, took a tambourine in her hands, like what Mr. How Mr. Brown had that tambourine in the Medea movies. And say, you know, I played that tambourine. She took a tambourine in her hand, and all the people went out after her with tambourine. And they got more tambourine and dancing. And Miriam sang to them. Okay. I'm trying to think of a gospel tone to put this to. Oh, I got one. Let's go. Sing to the Lord, for he is triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider thrown into the sea. Into the sea. Oh, okay. I thought that was more of the song. Okay. Darn. I was really getting into this. Okay. Well, okay. Before I read any further, let me, because I got into that there. The Lord, he has delivered all his children from the Egyptians. He threw the horses into the sea. Later is he working through his prophet mother, and with that power now we have conquered. We are delivered now. Every time I think about all God's stuff, I've been delivered now. I've been delivered now. And everything was so good in the end. I've been delivered now. I've been delivered now. And so on and so. And it just made me think. There is a song called "I Have Been Delivered." Say, now it mentions more than what we got here, but let me give you. I gotta share it with you. Like, Jesus healed the blind man and made him see. Cast demons out the man from Galilee. He cleansed the leper too, and made the lame brand new. He put hope back in a hopeless life. I testify to you. I've been delivered. I've been delivered. The hold the devil had on me, he ain't got no more. I've been delivered. I've been delivered. I've been delivered by the hand of the Lord. What? I think I had to look it up to see what the rest of the. I was trying to remember the second verse. Anyway, but that's a little bit of it. Yeah, I'll probably look it up later there. All right, bitter water made sweet. Then Moses made Israel set out from the sea, and they went into the wilderness of Shur. They went 3 days in the wilderness, and they found no water. When they came to Marah, they could not drink of the water of Marah because it was bitter. Therefore, it was named Marah. And the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What shall we drink?" And he cried to the Lord. And the Lord showed him a log in which he threw it into the water, and the water became sweet. Then there the Lord was made for them a statute and a rule, and there he tested them, saying, "If you will diligently listen to the voice of the Lord your God, and do which is right in his eyes, I will give ear to his commandments, keep all his statutes. I will put none of the diseases on you that I put on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord your healer." And they came to Elim, where there were 12 springs of water, 70 palm trees, and they encamped by the water there. In chapter 16, the bread from heaven, known as manna, bread of heaven, y'all remember in the when they do devotion, bread of heaven, thy bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more bread. About to take us to church now. They set out from Elim, and all the congregation of the people of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai. On the 15th day of the second month, they departed from the land of Egypt. The whole congregation of the people of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Oh boy! And the people of Israel said to them, "Would we have died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt when we sat by the meat pots and ate bread to the full? For you have brought us into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger." The Lord said to Moses, "Behold, I am about to rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out to gather a day's portion every day, that I may test them, whether they walk by my law or not. On the sixth day, when they prepare what they had to bring in, it will be twice as much as they gather daily." So Moses and Aaron said to all the people, "In the evening that you shall know that the Lord is the one that brought you out of the land of Egypt. And in the morning you shall see the glory of the God, if he has heard your grumbling against the Lord. For what are we that you grumble against us?" And Moses said, "When the Lord gives you in the evening meat to eat, and in the morning bread to be full, because the Lord has heard your grumbling, that you grumble against them. What are we? Your grumbling is not against us, but against the Lord." Then Moses said to Aaron, "Say to the whole congregation of the people of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he has heard your grumbling." And as soon as Aaron spoke to the whole congregation of the people of Israel, they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in a cloud. And the Lord said to Moses, "I have heard your grumbling of the people of Israel. Say to them at twilight, you shall have meat to eat. In the morning you shall be filled with bread." Say meat and bread. Almost like when I was a kid, I said, I was so picky. I said, I don't want nothing but meat and bread burgers. Like, but of course, that's not what it is in here, though. Yeah. "Then you shall know that I am the Lord your God. In the evening, quail came and covered the camp, and in the morning, dew lay across the camp. And when all the dew had gone up, there was there was on the face of the wilderness a flake-like thing as fine as frost on the ground. When the people saw, they said to one another, what is it? They did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, it is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat. This is what the Lord has commanded. Gather of it, each of you, and eat as much as he can. You shall take an armor according to the number of persons that each of you have in his tent. And the people of Israel did so. They gathered some more, some less. But when they measured with the omen, whoever gathered much had nothing left over, and whosoever had little had no lack. Each of them gathered as much as he could eat. And Moses said to him, let no one leave any of it over till the morning. But they did not listen to Moses. They left part of it till the morning, and it bred worms and stank. Should listen. And Moses was angry with them. Morning by morning, they gathered it, each as much as they could eat. But when the sun grew hot, it melted. On the sixth day, they gathered twice as much bread to each omer. And when the leaders of the congregation told Moses, he said to them, "This is what the Lord has commanded. For tomorrow is the day of solemn rest, the holy Sabbath. So the holy Sabbath to the Lord. Bake what you will bake and boil what you will boil, and all that is left over laid aside until the morning." So they laid aside until morning, as Moses commanded them. It did not stink, there were no worms in it. Moses said, "Eat today, for today is the Sabbath, and the Lord today will not, and you will not find it in the field. 6 days you shall gather it, but on the seventh, which is Sabbath, there will be none, the day of rest. On the Sabbath, some of the people went out to gather, but they found none. And the Lord said to Moses, how long will you refuse to keep my commandments and laws? See, the Lord has given you the Sabbath, and therefore the sixth day he gives you bread for 2 days. Remain each of you in his place. Let no one go out of his place on the seventh day." And the people rested on the seventh day. Now the house of Israel called this name manna. It was like a coriander seed, white, and taste of it was like wafers made with honey. That'd be really sweet. Want me some of that manna. Moses said, "This is what the Lord has commanded. Let an honor of it be throughout your generation, that they may see the bread which I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you out of the land." Brought you out of the land of Egypt. And Moses said to Aaron, "Take a jar and put an honor of manna in it, place it before the Lord, and keep it throughout generations, as the Lord commanded." So Aaron placed it before the testimony to be kept. The people of Israel ate the manna for 40 years, until they came into the habitable land. They ate manna until they came to the border of Canaan. And then the final chapter for tonight: water from a rock, and then Israel defeating Amalek. Okay. All the congregation of the people of Israel moved from the wilderness of Sin by stages according to the commandments of the Lord, and camped at Redim, but there was no water for the people to drink. Therefore the people quarreled with Moses, say, "Give us water to drink." And Moses said to them, "Why do you quarrel with me? Why do you test the Lord?" People thirst there for water. And the people grumbled against Moses and said, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt to kill us and our children and the livestock?" Oh boy. Say, y'all got manna from heaven and meat and all that. Y'all don't think the Lord's gonna provide, people? So Moses cried to the Lord, "What shall I do with these people? They are ready to stone me." The Lord said to Moses, "Pass it on before the people, taking with some of the elders of Israel, and take in your hand the staff which you struck the Nile, and go. Behold, I will stand before you. There is a rock at Horeb, and you shall strike the rock, and the water shall come out of it, and the people will drink." And Moses did so. In the sight of the elders, he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the quarreling of the people of Israel, and because they tested the Lord by saying, "Is the Lord among us or not?" Then Amalek came and fought with Israel at Rephidim. And Rep is Rephidim. So Moses said to Joshua, choose for us men to go out and fight with Amalek tomorrow. I will stand on top of the hill with the staff of God in my hand. So Joseph did as Moses told him and fought with Amalek while Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. Amalek say, whenever Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed, but whenever he lowered his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands grew weary, so they took a stone and put it under him. So he sat on it while Aaron and Hur held up his hands on one side and the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua overwhelmed Amalek and the people with his sword. Then the Lord said to Moses, write this in the memorial in the book and recite it to the ears of Joshua, that I will utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of the Lord. Lord is my banner, saying, a hand upon the throne of the Lord. The Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Ooh, so that was quite something to read there yesterday. So as you can see, the Israelites, they out of Egypt, but the journey has only begun. No, they out of Egypt, but the journey now it's the journey to the promised land has begun. Yep, so yeah, that's what we got for the night. We got to exactly to the hour mark, about a few seconds old, about a few minutes over there, but so I'm gonna close it out there. Just remind y'all, especially those watching on the replay, I do plan to live stream Tuesday. Be starting Heroes of Dreams. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. I'll put a reminder up there, as I always do. Tuesday night. Then the next one will be Wednesday morning, anywhere between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning, because I have to work that night. And Thursday won't be no live, but it will be a premiere around 8:30. One of my another toy review that I got up will premiere. And then I guess, like I say, I may be here Saturday, I may not. It just all depends on what's going on. But I do know Tuesday night live, Wednesday morning live, and Thursday a premiere. So yep. So that's what'll be up. And like I say, make sure y'all definitely like, share, subscribe. Definitely get as I said, like, share, subscribe, and hang out with us not only just here but also on Facebook and Discord, as well as also and also support us on that Patreon. And we will just like Iceman Universe, and support our Miracle Crew. Say Big Sis Casey, Queen Tina, and EJ the Supreme. And good Lord say the same. We should be seeing you guys Tuesday night. And I will be also putting out some more content too. But we see y'all Tuesday night live. So until then, y'all take care, everybody.